Today's going to be a different video than what I usually post on my channel. So lately, well, really the type of videos that I like to watch are the ones that go into deep conversations and really talk about things that make people uncomfortable, that make you question your moral views, make you question, just make you think deeper, right? And that's just kind of the person that I am. I like to go deep into thought. I like to really get to the core of who people are, if that makes any sense. And so I really wanted to bring that aspect of me into my channel so that y'all can kind of understand who I am. And also, you won't always agree with me, but how somebody, if you're like-minded like me, that you could be like, okay, I'm not the only one. Like, I think like that too, and there's other people that think like me. So with this series on my channel, it's going to be something around the name of like getting uncomfortable, or getting comfortable being uncomfortable. The topic for today, to start off this series, is getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. And for me, this is something that I'm working towards, and I've been working towards for like the past 2 years now, is really just knowing what I want and kind of just going head forward and trusting myself and doing what I think it takes to get there, even though I'm not entirely sure how it's going to pan out for me, if that makes any type of sense. Like, I'm getting more comfortable with taking risk and maybe doing the unconventional thing in order to maybe reach my goals and my dreams. And so for me, that's hard and that's uncomfortable. Being somebody who likes perfectionism, being somebody who likes to plan everything out to the T and to have things work out my way, it's really hard for me to actually just do something and not know, and know that it could go wrong. But lately that's how I've been operating, and things have definitely gone wrong, but I've experienced a lot of deep personal growth in that, like these past 2 years. So yeah, being that type of person who likes to plan everything out, and then for things not to go the way that I planned it, it's been hard to deal with. And so I'm gonna tell y'all some of the things that I have done that have made me uncomfortable. So I have traveled out of the country by myself, or just with a friend. The first time without my parents, to a new country. I have moved out on my own. I'm 19, so that's been a very different experience for me. I have began YouTube. I began doing what I've always wanted to do, which is YouTube, and putting myself out there on social media platforms, putting my real, true, authentic self out there for people to watch. What else have I done? I've began to try to network. I've decided to go to school for something that I love, that might not make me the most money, but it makes me happy, which is communications, it's videography, it's photography. It's just like stepping into who I am as a person. As a person, I am very I love the natural aesthetic. I love the creative, artistic side of things. And I guess outwardly, I don't really present that, or I didn't really present that. I wanted to just be closed off. I didn't want people to know who I am. I didn't wear bright colors. I didn't talk about the things I love. I didn't talk about reading. I didn't talk about loving just to be in nature, to watch water. I didn't talk about like my love for art and creating, because it's kind of like everyone wants to do that, and it's also like you're not going to make any money. How are you going to be successful? That's like a far-fetched dream. And so it's hard to step out, obviously. If you've ever wanted to do something like that and just been too scared or too uncomfortable to do so, I totally get it. Excuse me, why am I sitting like this? Like, why? But yeah, I totally get it. And so those are some of the things I've done that have made me uncomfortable. Another thing would be going into personal training. I've wanted to basically become my own boss, or make my own schedules and learn new skills, but I'm about to start actually training people like professionally tomorrow, actually. And it's just been like, I don't always believe, even if I have prepared for something, I never believe that I'm ready enough to do it. Does that make sense? Like, what is that thing called? Like, you don't think that you're like, they have like actors or creators, I don't know what the word is, but you don't think you're good enough for something. And that's what I am. Despite how much time I have studied, or despite how much time I have prepared for something, I will never think that I am in the proper position. I think that I'm reaching too far out of my bounds or something like that. And so I have realized through constantly stepping out of my comfort zone, that those aren't really my thoughts that I'm having, that I feel like I'm stepping out of line. It's other people projecting their fears onto me about stepping over the line, if that makes sense. Like, you can, oh no, you can't do that, you know, you like, just stick to what's normal, just stick to what you know, instead of actually trying to further yourself and trying to learn more and take in more and stuff like that. Does that make sense? There's always those people that are just like, you should just calm down, you should just relax, you should just do what you think is normal, and they project that onto you, even though you're ready to take the next step and do what you want to do. Does that make any sense? I feel like I'm kind of ranting, but like that's just my thought process. Is just like, I don't know, this is kind of like more like a video diary or something, but it's just, I feel like when I decided that I'd rather be uncomfortable and I'd rather not know what the next thing is than to know what my plan is and know I'm going to be unhappy when I reach it. Does that make sense? I was going to go into a major that I would not enjoy when I graduated. I was going to be doing something that I would not enjoy, and I knew that. And I know I could get there, but I know I will not be happy. But with this, I don't know if I can make it with doing YouTube. I don't know if I can make it with doing my photography, my videography, but I know that I would be happy doing it, if that makes sense. I know that that's what brings me joy. Being creative is what makes me happy. And so it's kind of hard to think that you're going to fail, or the possibility of failing in that is what makes it harder. You don't know if you are going to be successful in this thing, but you know you will be successful in another thing, but you won't be happy. It's like that limbo type of balance, you know what I mean? So yeah, so I guess I'm really saying all this to say, like, I don't want y'all to think that like everything's perfect in my life, or that I have everything thought out and put together. You know, there's enough of that on social media where it's just everything's picturesque, everything's happy, there's no real realism, there's no real struggle or pain. There's definitely growing pains when it comes to doing what you love and, you know, making things happen for yourself. And I just don't want anyone, especially my age or anyone that's in a position where they feel like they're falling behind, I just don't want you to think that everything's perfect. So I want to be that one person where you can look and see me and be like, okay, she's just like me. Things don't always go your way, but you know, you still push through, you still make it, you know? And so if you are feeling that way, I want to tell you to join me in becoming uncomfortable. I want you to go head first into whatever it is that you want to do. Make those decisions, take that risk, and I really feel like you'll be happier in the end. You might make it. You might be doing what you want to do in a year or 2 or 4, who knows? But you might be doing what you want to do if you just take that leap of faith. But if you never take that leap of faith, you'll never be able to accomplish that, you know? So I'm back, hey. So I thought of more things to say. And so I feel like what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to being uncomfortable, I'm kind of in that phase where I don't know if I made the right choice. And so I've moved out and I'm on my own now, and there's a sense of loneliness that comes with that. A sense of like, I have to do this on my own. I have to figure things out on my own. There's no one to tell you what the answer is. There's no one to hold your hand and take you where you want to go. You literally have to figure that out on yourself. And like I said, there's a lot of growing pains and realizations that come with, you know, figuring shit out. It's not easy, you know, like it's not supposed to be easy either. I'm not saying just jump into a plan without like having fully thought it through. I mean, you can think it through all you want, but if you, depending on what your goal is, maybe have like a 6-month span from when you're going to take that first leap. So give yourself time to like save money, or to get your equipment, or to, you know, mentally do the work, the spiritual healing that's needed to be done in order to reach that goal, if that makes sense, you know? So like, give yourself some time to think it through and to figure things out. I know I graduated a year early on purpose from high school so that I could have like a spiritual journey. And so in that time, I really just figured myself out, like figured out what I liked, what I didn't like. I took classes and figured out that I hated certain things, and I tried certain hobbies and figured out that I didn't really like them, and I found a lot of the hobbies that are still with me today are things that I tried during that time period. During that time period, after I did that like spiritual journey for a year, I was confident enough to start YouTube, which is something I've been wanting to do since 3rd grade. And so, you know, I really found myself, and I really like divulged myself into my hobbies and kind of allowed that to be who I am, if that makes sense. Like working out, YouTube, creating, I like skating, all that kind of stuff fits into like one category for me, and it kind of just made me who I am instead of things that I like to do. Does that make sense, you know? So thank you guys so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna have more videos like this where we talk about random stuff, random conversations that I feel like, you know, it might just be me that's having them in my head, but I'm pretty sure other people are in the same space as me. So yeah, if you have any ideas, comment below. If you want to be a part of one of these videos where I kind of like interview, we kind of like, or I present topics and we both discuss it, that's what I'm going to be doing. So if you want to be a part of one of those videos, let me know. And yeah, I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching. Bye.